Apparently we're starting. There we go. I was going to say, it's going to start eventually. Welcome to the second annual The Whiskies Award, brought to you by the Drive-In Podcast Network. I'm very excited. Critics from across the world, literally across the world, have voted to award the best of the best, and in some cases, the worst of the worst of the 2020 film slate. I'm very excited. We have a fun, exciting group here today. And some of the usuals. Jacob, how are you today?
I'm tired, but I'm doing good. How are you doing?
It's tired as well. Sundance has been insane. It's been crazy, but there's been some good films and some pretty bad ones. Also joining us this week with the new hairdo, Kenzie, how are you today?
I'm good. I am not participating in Sundance, so I am not tired. I'm just kidding. I'm still exhausted because I'm a person.
But the plus side about it is the three of us will be watching Judas and the Black Messiah tomorrow night, though. So
yes, which is why it's not in any of these categories, by the way.
Exactly. Tomorrow,
if we had seen it, it would be. Tomorrow we're going to redo this. But still listen, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Redo the show. I'm excited about this. This is our second annual show. Last year, it was just a fun show that Jacob and I kind of came up with the idea of doing. It's been pretty insane year for us as a collective whole. So for us to kind of look back, and then we've actually had more participation this year from people from Geek Vibes Nation, which are fantastic people that support the show. The guys from the Now Showing podcast. And of course, we have a couple other people coming onto the show with us in just a moment. And first off, we'll introduce from the Fantasy Football Roundtable podcast, our good friend and weekly visitor of the Music City Drive-In podcast, Mr. Matthew Fox. How are you tonight, sir?
Doing pretty good. Also not doing Sundance. And since there was no football, it was kind of like wandering around my house, refamiliarizing myself with my wife, my cat. What people do on Sunday. You know, people do chores.
What? I do chores. I wake up every Sunday and do clean the entire apartment and do laundry.
I am also doing laundry today. I vacuumed. It's very productive. Fortunately, next week football returns, so I can forget all that.
Be like it doesn't even.
It's I'm quitting housework after 1 week.
But then the following week he'll be right back at it because football season's over completely. So and it's Valentine's Day.
It's Valentine's Day. Yeah.
So Valentine's Day present, honey. I vacuumed.
No.
Kenzie knows. I got a special
his message to my husband. I was like, when is Valentine's Day?
You know what? We were at Michael's. They have a sign. They're like, Valentine's Day is February 14th.
They have it in Target. I'm like, it's not hard.
Wait a minute. The sign literally says Valentine's Day is February 14th.
Sunday, February 14th this year.
And honestly, Valentine's Day is easier than most holidays. It's the same day every year.
It is.
It's
hey,
always
Christmas
February 14th.
is on December 25th. What?
What? It's easier than an anniversary because it's not for everyone, but Valentine's Day is at least wherever there's a Hallmark, it's the same for everyone.
Exactly. Also joining us this week from the not film rated podcast. I forgot his podcast. Film not rated. Still said it wrong. It doesn't matter. It's whatever. Mr. Eric Langford, how are you, bud?
He's so mad.
I'm good.
You guys started this off.
No,
you guys are gonna.
I was gonna say, I'm just really proud to be a part of the only award show where everyone talks about keeping healthy time management and laundry and doing their chores on time.
What are you talking about? When I host the Oscars, I'm gonna be like, "Did you guys all wash your clothes this morning?"
Everyone remember to at least get everything in the dryer before you came on.
You guys at least started the dryer so they're not wet. And I'm
right.
Bradley Cooper, do you want an honorary Oscar? Too bad.
After it wins, you have to do the walkthrough. It's all right, everyone take up trash, get everything.
Why do you consistently have to bring up Bradley Cooper? This it still
also,
hurts, okay?
While we're talking about laundry, I found this new thing instead of dryer sheets. It's reusable.
Oh, I've heard about that. I have.
Yeah, it's wool.
I want to try.
You're welcome.
This went from a live show, people
awards,
watching, turning it off. Award for brand new dish or dryer product, whatever.
Valentine's Day tips. Christmas here.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Wait a minute. Where'd he go?
Very
There he
happy
is.
to be
Okay.
here. Thank you.
Stuttered out because it's live.
Why did Christian get a better intro than anyone?
I don't
That
even.
was
I
good.
accidentally added him. I didn't even mean to add him. Like it was an accident.
he's taken over.
I don't understand.
All right,
It's just
Hang
a
on.
freak chance he was
Eric
on his.
Langford's here. How is Eric Langford? All right.
I'm great.
Also, why does he get put up there? I don't understand. This is going completely off the rails right now. This is
What's up?
joining us as well from the Film Optics podcast, the guy that bailed on the Promising Young Woman podcast that was supposed to be with Kenzie and I, Mr. Christian Eulenberg. How are you, sir?
Thank you. I'm fine, everyone. Thank you very much.
Are you-
Thank you very much. Thank you.
That's all he has to say. All right, let's do this.
Thank you.
This is
Did you guys not hear that soundboard?
Yeah,
I love
we
it.
heard
Yes,
it.
we hear it.
We definitely heard
Yeah.
it.
Yes. All right. Do you have a drum roll prepared or something? I don't even.
I got a little air horn.
Do you?
Oh, there you go.
What is happening? I feel like I'm at a bar mitzvah.
This podcast already has better visuals and production values than I'm thinking of anything.
Oh yes, yes, I love it.
Oh man.
This is great.
Will not be winning any awards tonight, so that's a plus. Spoiler
Oh.
alert.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah,
Which
my
means
bad.
not negative awards also. So I know it's
Well,
already
it wasn't nominated for any good ones, so because it's not a good movie. So let's go with that.
Ah.
Oh,
All right. Let's get serious, guys. I don't even know what that even means anymore. But you know what? As we started, let's go ahead and give out some hardware. I'm going to give both of these around. I don't even know. I can't even talk today, guys. This is just out of control. For the Geek Vibes Award for Best Action Film, also winning the award for Drive-In Award, which is the movie that needs to be seen in theaters. Also winning Kenzie's brand new award of Couple of the Year. We are going to give the award to, obviously, Tenet, everybody. Tenet won both awards. Not much of a shock there. Kenzie, do you want to accept on their behalf?
Yes. So I'd like to first off say thank you to all the protagonist shippers. We're like a unique fan base, you know, like look at this couple, just beautiful. Never seen anything better. Also, in this still, John David Washington looks like my husband anytime I talk about Tenet. So like Robert Pattinson in the still is what anyone defending Tenet looks like, but like John David Washington is like anyone who's like that movie made no fucking sense. But you know, it's a great movie to see in a theater. I was really lucky to see it in the theater. I hope when theaters come back in like full force, when everyone's safe to go, that everyone can experience this in the theater.
Yeah.
And the score is just like I listen to it every day.
When
Every day.
Every day. Yeah. I do too.
And it's pretty life-changing. He was like literally my number one most listened to artist on Apple Music because I'm weird and listen to Apple Music. But you know, great couple, great score, great movie. Also, Ricky, do you want to
Yes, we are going to be. I forgot. She just tells me this in the middle of the podcast. Forgot about it all over. Yes, we're going to be giving away the 4K version of Tenet at some point over the night. For anybody to enter, all you have to do is follow Kenzie on Twitter at KensVenunu. Nobody else. Who cares about anybody else? But just follow Kenzie. And then if you're listening to the show, all you have to do is tweet at her your favorite Robert Pattinson movie, and then she's going to pick a winner. So there we go.
cute?
So, we'll give
Love
it 1
it.
week from tonight. 1 week from tonight, reply to Kenzie and mention that you heard it on the podcast, and you get entered to win the 4K version of Tenet. So anybody on this panel, do not reply, please. You're not going to win. Okay? Not able to win. All
I
right?
know I wasn't going to win when you asked for a favorite Robert Pattinson movie.
I thought it was Twilight.
Oh, man. We already know Matt has strong feelings about Robert Pattinson. He does not like him at all.
What a great start, though, guys.
It is a
Look
great
at
start. I do
Tenet.
too much. I'm thinking of anything's hate, instant dislike. Well,
Yes.
thanks, Sam. Yeah, you and Jordan and Eric and Eric, are you clapping?
Yes, for the comment.
What comment were you clapping about? All right. You know, it's no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. All right. So, anybody have any thoughts about? I think everybody, like literally almost everybody, voted for Tenet for best action film, best drive-in film. Fox, any thoughts on these, real quick?
No, I thought it was really good. I was like Kenzie. I got to see it in theaters. Grateful I got to see it. To me, the movie that you needed to see in theaters, what I first thought of as something that was cinematic and had that was something that would be improved by seeing it in a big screen. And I think Tenet was definitely that. I'll give you that the plot was complex at times, but some of the visuals made it really worthwhile.
I loved every minute of that movie. Every minute of it.
Specifically, Protagonist.
Christian, any thoughts?
No, not really. I mean, I too risked my life to go see this film in theaters.
I want to be clear. I saw this movie. I paid extra, and I was the only person in my theater.
I think it was like 10 people in my theater. Very.
I was the only one.
Yeah, I saw it in IMAX. It really was amazing. It was nice to see it in theaters for sure.
So nobody watched this on their Apple Watch, as Christopher Nolan intended.
No.
Tamagotchi.
Just like an Apple Watch though.
What?
You watch what?
I said I'm gonna watch the new Snyder Cut on my Apple Watch though. It's like The Irishman.
You can be on the run, you know.
Well, you might need to move to your watch at times. It's like 4 hours long.
Yeah, you
Probably
can
have
get
some
that
chores come up.
$130 meal.
We've already decided that we're going to watch the film ahead of time for everybody, and we're going to clip it down to Kadobi episodes or whatever. That's what old Quibi, whatever that is stink thing. We're going to have everybody watch it in
Did
like
you say
one.
Qdoba? Like
Yeah,
the-
whatever. The
Qdoba.
Mexican restaurant. Quibi,
Ricky just wants
Qdoba.
nachos right now.
Exactly.
We
It
were
is what-
just talking about food. What were we talking? Brownies.
Yeah. Oh,
Sounds
God,
very
brownie-
good.
brownie sounds.
Is this not catered?
It was.
Is this?
Yeah, didn't you have people driving to our houses? Like,
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You
I
didn't get
Then
the food?
hazmat suits. Oh God.
You didn't get the food?
I'm the
My
only
bad.
one. Everyone's
Right.
eating the
we
same
all
thing.
pull up plates of brownies.
They'll have to be at my door and like.
So this isn't like the
I
golden
had Pringles
Globe.
delivered to everybody. You didn't get
Pringles. Why?
Pringles are my favorite
So
snack.
random.
That would be more confusing. I'd be like in a room puzzled over this.
You guys didn't get the whiskey bottles that I sent to all you guys?
Wow.
So there you
That
go.
would have traveled.
Yeah,
pretty
You
well.
know what? They got lost in the United States Postal Office. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Should
Yeah.
never have used them. They're literally the worst.
Wow.
That's not their fault. They're like underfunded.
Exactly.
So we've
All right.
announced one award.
No,
Yeah.
we've announced
No.
three.
Great.
Three. Sorry, three. Yeah,
Three.
three, technically.
I'm
Best
the only one
company.
paying attention.
Best
The
company.
one best action film too, right? You said.
Yes, best action drive-in award and best on-screen couple that nobody voted for but Kenzie. Also, now won 2 awards itself as well. It did win over the Hangover Award, and it also won. Hang on. Not the Boozy Award, the Whiskey Award itself. One film that is super overly rated by everybody on the show.
No, not at all.
But the winner, Palm Springs.
Yeah.
That was really
Oh my
loud.
God. Jacob hasn't spoken the entire podcast.
We'll give this
I
one
was
an
saving it
applause.
up for this.
Yeah.
It's time for his victory lap.
Oh, that was
Great.
cute.
I love
All
it.
right, so we'll let Jacob receive the award on behalf of Mr. Andy Samberg.
Speech.
I take this for the whole Lonely Island crew, for that one season of How I Met Your Mother that Kristen Miliotti's on, for Dame Judy Dench.
Isn't she technically the
Simmons.
entire show?
Yes, I think.
she
I've never
was
seen it.
the
I just know
mother.
she's really on it.
She is the titular mother.
And for everyone else who
Dame
is
Judy Dench.
in the movie.
Technically-
I love it.
Thank you for that. Just roaring speech right there. Let's see here, Christian. Add some thoughts, man. What do you got to think about this award?
So, I agree with it wholeheartedly. Same as Jacob. I really did enjoy this film for what it was. It was something not entirely new, but it kind of took a little bit of a spin and kind of just made you think about life and, you know, how you should, spend your life, whether just kind of coasting by or, what your life means in a sense. But yeah.
Eric, thoughts as well.
Has anyone seen the trailer for the movie that's a remake
yeah.
of this movie that's already coming out this year?
Oh, what is it?
Let's not talk about that.
I can't remember the title of it. It's
already
a very indie title.
Let me
Is
find
it called Key West? They're just going to move from California to
No,
I do feel like
it's 100% the same thing.
And it's a less
the map of tiny perfect things.
A map of tiny perfect Palm Springs. That's what it was.
What?
Yeah, no, it is 100%. Literally, like 2 minutes into the trailer, or not 2 minutes, 2 seconds into the trailer.
I was
he goes,
2 minutes into a trailer.
He goes,
yeah, it was
I'm
like
stuck in
25
time
minutes
loop,
long.
and I'm only stuck with one girl.
The trailer. It was 10 minutes. They needed
Oh
a
my
lot
God.
to play it out.
In a 4:3 aspect ratio.
I can't
It
wait.
does feel.
Wait, the dad from 8th grade is in it?
I gotta look this up. What's it called again?
No.
Tiny perfect things.
The
in
map
Palm
of
Springs.
tiny perfect things.
A map of tiny perfect things.
Oh my God.
The dad from 8th grade is in it. Why are you slandering it?
Well, seriously, I feel really bad for the makers of this movie because clearly this is too close in time to the point where they would have been making this movie they were really passionate about.
It's based on a book.
Amazon.
It's based on a book. They probably
So basically, Palm Springs
was a ripoff of the book.
What's a ripoff of this?
God,
well, hey, maybe
I'm sure
it was.
we're revoking the award.
Or they're editing the trailer to look like Palm Springs because of its.
Yeah.
Hey, who got there first?
Just watch Groundhog Day. That got there first.
Well, can we reflect on the fact that we're 2 days from Groundhog Day, so it makes sense that this film would be winning awards.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Cool.
very funny. That was great.
Yeah.
All right.
Solid
Anybody else have any thoughts about Palm Springs?
It was okay.
It's very hot there.
He has left the chat.
Yeah, I love Palm Springs. Palm Springs is one
I
of my
thought you
favorite
meant
places to
I
go.
really like J.K. Simmons. Not a lot of people talk about him in that movie.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's
Yeah.
great in it.
He was great.
Yeah, he was the
Why
best
does
part of that
Jacob look
movie.
like he's watching his children talk?
He's
smiling.
He was like, okay, so I equivalent him like he was the best part of Palm Springs. And then on the flip side of it, if you think like Michael Keaton was in like 3 seconds of Trial of Chicago 7, it was like one of the best parts of that movie. Like it's just like they're great actors, you know what I mean?
Yeah, nice little surprise for sure.
What's a little bit of a surprise?
A nice little surprise.
Oh, nice little surprise. I was like, is Christian drunk? Like I'm confused right now. Okay. I'm
Look,
trying to
it's
make
the
sure.
Whiskies. He's taking the name seriously.
Yes. All right. Let's give out another award. This one we gave out for the Boozy Award. This is my favorite award every year. I should have had Jacob be prepared and have last year's winners like up at the same time. You know what I mean?
Actually, I'll go find those real quick.
But the Boozy Award is the film that you need to have. This is funny. Like I don't even know what this is. Just like look at this. Want to become famous? Buy followers. Please and follow me. Click this link. BigFouls.com.
I'm gonna click it.
Dude, click the link.
Let's see what happens to my brand new laptop.
Yeah.
Entire system.
It just turns into the host. Like it just randomly turns into the host. And
Which, if you haven't watched, please watch.
Best cast for a follow-up to the host.
yes.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Who would be the one who lives? I think me.
Me, totally.
It's
Wow.
me.
No. We're
No,
definitely
Ricky,
Christian's
you're
gonna be
the
the
one
first to
that
die.
disappears for 20 minutes and comes back and you're being thrown around the room.
No, that's
Probably.
Christian. And
I
then
mean, black people always die in those kind of situations.
Jacob isn't paying attention and gets killed first. And then
No, I get killed.
He's
last
looking up
because
the
I'm not
winners
paying
from last year.
Yeah,
no, he
I'm
gets
trying-
killed first. Like he's like in the corner talking about I'm thinking of ending things, and someone's like, "Oh, Colby, what's
Yo,
up?"
Kobe, what's
I'm
up?
the one who cries while I
You can't
can't
say
say
what's up. You have to say yo, yo, yo.
Yo,
I'm
yo,
not
yo.
Colby. I can't steal his line.
Yeah.
He should get it trademarked. Colby,
Right.
get it trademarked.
His little opening whenever he comes on a podcast is remarkable.
It's my favorite. I was listening to one the other day, and I didn't know he was on it, and he like he just
My
said
boy
yo yo
GQ was
yo,
talking
and I
to
was
you.
like, oh my god, it's Colby.
Exactly. It's super funny. All right. So who won the Boozy Award last year, Jacob?
IGQ.
I'm pretty sure it was Hellboy.
Was it? Are you
Yep.
sure?
I could agree with that one.
That would make sense.
Oof,
All right.
I
So
forgot that was last year.
I know.
That's
Because 2020 was like a
I spent
decade.
30 minutes
It
in
was
the theater
literally
and
like
walked
its own
out.
decade.
it really, really was. All right. So the winner for the Boozy Award this year, which I'm kind of disappointed in who actually ended up winning, but because I was really hoping that I'm Thinking of Ending Things would win this award, but the one that had the most votes was Fantasy Island.
Yes.
oh, thank you.
Yes. I'll tell you, this is the most fun I've had in the theater. I was by myself. I pulled all the arm rails up. I laid down. I just
What?
try to have as much fun as I can.
The thing about it is look, is it a terrible movie? Yes, but it's a fun movie to like just kind of chill through. Like I don't think it's not like.
Is it better than Truth or Dare?
Isn't that
Oh.
is it
In
Lucy
that
Hale
crappy
in both
way.
of them?
All right,
Wait.
so
Isn't Lucy Hale in both Truth or Dare, and then obviously
Same
this?
director, Lucy Hale, same production.
Wow.
That's why
since
I'm
you're speaking
yeah.
so passionately about it, we're going to give Eric Langford the floor to accept the worst of the worst film of the. Eric Langford's corner
I'm
starts
so
right
happy.
now.
I'm so glad that everyone knows that you would have to be drunk to enjoy this. You know, some of the people involved in this, like Michael Pena and even Lucy Hale, I think they're better than this movie. And so here's hoping for a productive future for some of the creative team behind this movie.
So
Cheers.
this was the only category that every film in the category got votes.
Okay.
It came down to like literally the last ballot. I'm Thinking of Ending Things, She Dies Tomorrow, First Cow, Hillbilly Elegy, all got votes in this category. Fantasy Island just beat She Dies Tomorrow in a very close race.
Ooh, that movie.
This
Still
was
seen She Dies Tomorrow. Probably would have helped.
I wish I would have died literally the next day after watching this. Yes, so that's I think that's the gist of all of the crazy awards. Before I go any further, every year we give out an award for breakthrough performance, and Jacob and I, we kind of talked about it, and last year we gave it to Zach Gottsagen for a breakthrough performance last year for his role in Peanut Butter Falcon. That's the movie. Yep, that's the movie I was thinking about.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, it's on Hulu right now, so go watch it.
And speaking of
After
another
the
movie
show, go watch it.
after the show.
No one's leaving. We're so entertaining. What are you talking about? We're like, don't use dryer sheets. Make sure you set up Valentine's Day.
Stop giving people other options.
You brought
You
all those
could be
things up.
doing laundry.
Anybody,
You could be
for
doing
anybody that didn't watch the opening where they heard about the dryer sheets and all this, like they didn't watch yet, so now they did. Now they just turned off. So, but the breakthrough
Good to
performance.
know
of the
we
year,
can sweep the audience away every once in a while with a laundry comment.
It
We're
We're
doesn't
tired of
feel
y'all.
like-
Random laundry facts. Did you know?
All right. So basically, we give this award. I like to give this award out to somebody that kind of broke through in a performance that was fantastic. And this year, I wanted to give it to somebody that I felt like when I watched her on the screen, she was fantastic. She was great. One of my favorite movies of the year was Rent-A-Pal. So we're giving the award to Amy Rutledge for her fantastic performance in that. And after talking to her about giving her the award, she shared a little video. So I'm going to share that with everybody right now. So.
Hey.
Wow, no sound.
I can't hear her.
Can't hear.
This is great.
Oh, there she goes.
I'm just so
Here, I'll start it over, guys, because I
Yay!
Hi, Ricky. I just want to thank you so much to you and your whole team at Music City Drive-In for awarding me the Whiskey Award for Breakout Performance of the Year. I'm just so incredibly honored and floored and just really grateful for you all. I know you could have picked anyone in the world with all the beautiful performances of this past year, and the fact that you chose me is just, I'm just feel incredibly honored. So thank you all so much. Thank you to John Stevenson, Annie, and Jimmy, Pretty People Pictures, to the entire cast and crew, Brian, Kathleen, Will Wheaton, and the entire crew. You guys are just so amazing and magical, and I wouldn't be receiving this award without all of you. So I am grateful to all of you as well. Thank you so much again from literally the bottom of my heart and every inch of my being for this award. It means so much to me. And I wish you all so much love, joy, and peace, and health and safety. Hang in there, everyone. Sending you love. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was so
Oh,
cute.
nice lady.
Yeah.
It's so weird. She like looks so different, you know, like like I always think that when I saw like when you did your interview with her, but it's like so overwhelming how different she looks. I'm like, you really like changed yourself for that.
Yeah, it's
also it's on Hulu right now, Rent-A-Pal. So if you haven't watched it, you don't understand. Go watch it.
Watch it after you watch
Peanut Butter Falcon, after you do your laundry, after you watch us.
Yeah. No, but thank you, Amy, for shooting that for us. I greatly appreciate it. I really Rent-A-Pal is one of my favorite films of last year. So.
And Amy, thank you for entertaining us because we all really appreciated your role in the movie. So
yeah. Exactly. She was fantastic. I loved her role in the film. Rent-A-Pal is a great film. I love John Stevenson as well. He's great direction in that, and I can't wait to see what's next for him as well. So any thoughts on Rent-A-Pal from anybody else before we go?
It is one of those movies that you just know is going to get zero Oscar consideration and make you ball up your fists. Yeah. So Will Wheaton.
Yeah, Will Wheaton was fantastic in that. I loved him in that.
Did anyone else spend time watching that, wondering what Captain Picard would say, seeing Wesley Crusher in a sweater vest?
I haven't seen it, so no.
Oh, he looks warm.
It's on Hulu.
Christian doesn't watch movies, so we know that already. Christian, you can leave right now and go watch. No, I'm just kidding.
Do your laundry and watch Peanut Butter Falcon. Okay.
I actually have Peanut
I'm
Butter
going to keep a
Falcon
list.
today.
I'm going to keep track of what you should do after this.
Speaking of which,
I have it on Blu-ray. Thank you very much.
if you have a good drink and you want to see Fantasy Island, it's on Stars.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either.
Oh, I haven't seen it. Maybe I'll watch it.
I haven't either, but I have it in my queue on Stars. I know what I'm
Ooh.
doing. As soon as the show is over.
Eric Langford's taking notes.
Making a list.
Eric Langford at the end of the episode is going to share what he's. Eric, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to come back to you at the end of this episode.
Langford's Corner is going to be
Eric's Corner is going to be.
I'm listening
out
what
every
someone
suggestion.
should do after they are done watching us. Yeah.
Exactly.
So we got Laundry, Peanut Butter Falcon, Rent-A-Pal. Did someone just add something while I was
Fantasy
writing?
Island.
Fantasy Island, I haven't seen that one.
Thank you, Amy. Amy's watching right now. Thank you
Hey.
so much, Amy. We appreciate you.
I'll watch your film, I promise I will.
So
It's on my list.
Thanks, Christian. But thank you, Amy. All right, now we're going to transition over to the acting awards now as well. Somebody pick an acting category, and I'm going to pick it next. Kenzie, give me an category.
I want to go Best Actress, but I feel like that's too early for now.
Come on.
Let's do it.
Best
We're not
Actress
talking-
it is. Best Actress it is. All right, so next award we're going to give is Best Actress. This was actually, hang on one second. 4 of the 5 people did get votes in this category.
Ooh.
And this person actually got the most votes of anybody else in this entire thing whenever we went to count the votes. And honestly, it shouldn't be much of a surprise at all. But the winner is Carey Mulligan for Promising Young Woman.
Amen.
So, Kenzie, do you want to accept on her behalf as well? I feel like this is your time.
Yes. I love her so much, and she's so great in this. And I just feel like this was such an internal performance as much as a physical and external performance. And I don't think anyone could have done this other than her. And I just am so thankful to live on the same planet as Carey Mulligan.
Yeah.
And for anyone out there who doesn't regularly go on the website, Kenzie's article on the ending of this movie is worth a read.
Thank
Kenzie's
you.
7 articles are worth the read. Go check them all out.
Yeah, I wrote about this movie in general and its discussion on women and that women being complicit in rape culture. I also wrote about the ending, which is obviously full of spoilers, But none of these articles from me or anyone else would be possible without Carey Mulligan. And yes, it's Carey Mulligan's world. We just live in it.
Just facts. Just facts. Just facts. Matthew Fox, thoughts? I know this is, I think, your favorite film of the year. So,
yeah, this was my top film of the year. I agree. I thought she was incredible and really carried it. There was times where this movie was incredibly funny. Some of the back and forth dialogue. I think there was a line that when they said, I had to pause for a minute because I almost choked my drink onto my computer that I was watching it on. But she was just so good. You know, if you're this weekend seeing her and thinking of watching Dig, do yourself a favor and don't watch that and go rent this on VOD or go to a theater if it's open, and you'll be happy you did.
Absolutely. Can I just talk for a minute? Whenever I pop somebody's comment on, it just makes Eric disappear, which I just laugh hysterically at.
I'm cool with it.
But Dooney's
cool with
comment beautiful. No offense,
You
Eric.
see my hands down here. I agree.
Eric's tie.
You can just see his hands under the people's picture.
I'm really enjoying this moment right now. Like it's
Wait,
really...
there's another comment from Dooney about another Best Actress winner.
Yes, you won. Yeah, I talked that one up earlier while you're talking. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the film that had yes. So didn't win, but it's okay.
It's got some opinions.
All right. Stop sharing screen for a minute. Also, real quick, I'd like to add to the show the gentleman from the Now Showing podcast, halfway across the world, Mr. Jordan and Sam. How are we today, guys?
All right, everyone.
How's it going?
Oh my gosh.
What time is it? I'm so
It's
tired.
1:30.
Huh?
half on.
It's 1:30 a.m.
1:30 a.m.?
Yeah, 1:30 a.m. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that Forrest Gump in the background?
That is Forrest Gump in the background, yeah.
Is Forrest Gump in the... Okay, cool. Sam,
Bring
thanks
him
for having you
back.
on the show, man. It was
Bring
really
him
great.
back.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry. It wouldn't be a show without an introduction to the show and then kicking you off the show. It's just how things work around here. Just
Well,
ask everybody else.
I saw your tweet the other day, and I thought, I had that poster that's down around, so I thought I'd throw it out there.
He's had
I mean,
it up there for a while.
We
Just
could turn this
prepared.
into this is literally Forrest Gump's one of the most overrated films in the history of man. We could talk
Can I
about that.
instead completely
Let's
change
not.
topics and ask what they're doing recently? Because I've never gotten to meet you guys, but I really like the Now Showing podcast.
Damn.
And so, how are you all?
Hi.
I'm going to make this Lakeford's corner. You're going to talk about shitting
cool.
on Forrest Gump. Sorry, public.
Oh, he's gone.
Wait,
Oh,
this is let's run wild.
He's left his own podcast.
But Jordan, you can go, Jordan. You can say.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I think Sam's on his last question asking more. He's been recently admitted to the hospital. So he's
I missed
been,
the podcast. But yeah, it's good. We've got more content coming out. Got a podcast coming out tomorrow. Always happy to do it. It's a little bit different because the main other thing is that obviously we've got the UK release date. So I haven't actually seen half of the films I was supposed to be voting for. So
Well, you guys saw Saint Maud and I didn't.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that's true.
you
That
might have a leg
supersedes
up on me.
everything else. It really does. Like
Every
Yeah.
time I see y'all talking about Saint Maud, I'm just
it's a very good film, and I'm sure you're. Again, that's why I voted for it as the film you see in the cinema and stuff because it's so kind of stunning visually. But yeah, no, I haven't seen Minari or Nomadland or Promising Young Woman or anything. And if anyone that was on the Now Showing podcast had seen those things, that means they had to have done it illegally.
Once you do movies, is great.
Thank you. These privileged,
coming.
legitimate critics up here have seen all these movies that are getting 2021 release dates, and yeah,
I've already seen Minari, Nomadland. I mean, I've already seen all those films, so I mean, it is what it is. I mean, all right. Thanks for that little rant, man. America, fuck yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's like, all right. Let's move on to the next category. And you know what? I was gonna let Sam pick, but I'm gonna let Jordan pick. What? Obviously, outside of Best Picture, what award should we give out next?
So with what we got left, that's
just the main acting
just the main
categories.
acting categories.
Director,
Let's
actor,
go
and
for
just supporting. We got the both supportings left as well.
Let's go for supporting. Let's just go for the lead actor. Have we?
Lead. All right.
Yeah, well, that's what we did for. That's what we did for the leading actress, right?
Yeah. All right.
Let's jump across to the other side.
This one was quite an interest. It was funny to me. The one person that had the most votes of any person that, when everybody initially casted their votes, literally had the least amount of votes this go around when everybody was picking a winner. It was very interesting. If you listen to the podcast and everybody's looking at me like befuddled, like, I don't remember. But
I do.
But the winner of the best actor for the Whiskies year 2, Mr. Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
For his performance.
Let's go, boys.
I'm glad.
Black Bottom. It was very interesting to me. Literally, the leading vote getter was I already got rid of him. Was Riz Ahmed whenever we did the ballot.
Yeah, I remember that.
And for me, it was kind of like, so whenever all the votes started coming, I was like, well, I guess Riz is probably going to win by a landslide. And then, Riz got literally one vote. So,
They just wanted him to get in. They just wanted the name called.
So, yeah. So, on behalf of Chadwick Boseman, we're going to have Sam. You're going to accept the award for him.
It's an honor to accept the role of the award of Best Actor from obviously very sadly departed Chadwick Boseman. I was campaigning for him for his role in Ma Rainey myself. I voted for him, and I think it was a really truly generation performance, and surely one of his best in one that obviously has extra significance because of his obviously unexpected and sad passing earlier in the year, and really such a emotional and character-driven film that is summed up, I guess, most by the performance of Chadwick, who pushes the narrative throughout and really kind of really blends well with a very confused and once again emotional character. So I'm very very happy that Chadwick won it.
Look at that. That was a great acceptance speech. I mean,
I know mine was like a joke.
Thank you.
I mean, that was fantastic. I mean, Jordan, you want to add anything to that?
I mean, I kind of echo what Sam said, really. We discussed this on the podcast when we did our episode on Ma Rainey. I mean, just, such a shame, really, that you can imagine, such a young actor as well, going on to, even bigger and better things. Obviously, his role in wider pop culture with the MCU, and, this performance, arguably, as Sam said, one of his best, if not his best performance so far. So, absolute incredible performance. And, he's been nominated, I believe, in the supporting category as well. So, a great 2020 for Chadwick Boseman. And as Sam said, unfortunate, that he's passed. But, I guess we can celebrate and look back on his performances with high praise in retrospect.
Absolutely. Anybody else want to touch on Chadwick's performance before we move on?
I guess I just am like Jordan, I'm just so sad we won't get to see what was next for him. I think he was just really he's always been really particular with the roles he chose, but I just feel like he would after working with Spike Lee, he just was going to have this huge next step in his career, and I'm always going to be so devastated we don't get to see that. And he seemed like such a great person outside of, and I'm really just devastated he's gone.
Yeah, that's the thing for me is when you watch the performance, it's so good. It's so captivating. And then you see the scenes, especially when he's talking to God. That scene to me just absolutely wrecks me. I really want to revisit this film, but it's such a hard watch because of him passing, and it's kind of sad just for that reason alone. But the performance alone just makes you want more of this particular work that he's doing. Like you said, he's got a great body of work, but imagine 10 more of these from him over the course of his long career, and that's where it also kind of gets sad a little bit. So yeah, it's a phenomenal performance. Wasn't my vote, but it doesn't matter. So
one of the things I kind of want to before we go off is and this isn't an original idea, I heard this on a different podcast, but it is interesting to see kind of the duality of, in Da 5 Bloods he was playing a heavenly god type of figure, and then in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, he completely like denounced God and was against him the whole time. And it is kind of interesting to see like his last two roles were so inclined with death and heaven and like if there's a God and stuff like that. It's kind of like, for me, it's kind of haunting, like going back and seeing both of those, thinking that, those are his last two roles.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This really, because I know for his final live performance obviously was with Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I do believe he has one more coming out through Marvel with like their what if.
Yeah, the what if series. Yeah,
so we do get at least one, if not live action, one fitting
voice.
Yeah. So it was I got you guys pretty much touched on everything. So
Thanks for that great addition there, Christian.
That was a good one. I didn't know that.
I'm a big Marvel fan.
Chadwick
So.
Boseman is going to play Star-Lord. That's a pretty fun. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on, we're going to switch over to the Best Supporting Actress category. This one was a tight race from till the end between three significant characters. Anybody want to guess who came in third place?
Ellen Bernstein.
She wasn't even nominated, but
oh yeah, duh. Sorry, I am nominated. Nobody else cared.
Oh, was it someone Jacob would be very happy about?
Oh, probably.
yeah.
Oh Lord.
Was she third place?
Just like, wait, I have to pay attention.
Okay. I was trying to look up everyone who was on there just to see, but okay, at least she got third place.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same boat as Jacob.
Yeah.
I'm still surprised like she got enough to be on the. I mean, she's greatly deserving of it, but I'm surprised that
She had some.
Why don't you tell us the name so that we can?
Yeah, I'm kind of.
Melania.
I think.
What? You want to know who won?
It's
No. Who's the third place?
Oh, he was third place.
Oh, third place.
Melania.
Yeah, Kristen Milotti. Yeah. Kristen
Oh,
Milotti.
okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
which, by the way, I just watched her on The Sopranos, and she is obviously so long ago, and I was like, wow, Jacob might watch these 2 episodes.
now I gotta go watch the whole show.
So, when you said,
Lady
Jacob-
Gaga is also on The Sopranos. Like, come on.
She really?
Bradley
Yeah,
Cooper.
No, but that would be amazing. Can you
It would
imagine?
be. It really would be.
when you said it was
All right, the winner.
No, who's second?
What, Sam?
Second
gonna
was
say, when
Olivia,
you said
Olivia
that,
Colman came in
Jacob-
second.
Mhm.
Olivia
Olivia
I
Colman
thought
came
it
in.
was Amanda Seyfried. I thought he's the one that she wanted to win.
Olivia Colman should have won.
Yeah. Our winner.
Wow.
She always wins. She always wins.
My vote.
She
I
always
think.
wins.
I'm for it though.
I believe that was my vote. Yeah.
Jacob, since you're so passionate about it, I'll let you accept the award for her.
Oh,
But you have to do it in the voice of Rudy Giuliani. No, I'm just kidding.
God, can I even do that?
Yeah, not a Borat impression.
Can
Giuliani.
we like refer to Rudy Giuliani as like Voldemort? Like, just don't say his name. Thanks.
Yeah.
No, I'm very happy for
I'd
her.
like to thank Rudy for getting on the bed, and really revitalizing this whole entire campaign for me. Okay, sorry.
No, I'm very happy she got it. I think she's definitely deserving of it. I think a lot of people assume that because it is what it is, kind of like that hidden camera type of show, that it's not as much of a performance as some of the other roles that cause like or have like looking over scripts and everything. But like the most important thing in acting is reacting, and that's what she did so well throughout the entire movie with making us laugh. I mean, she had some very heartfelt moments, some incredibly tense moments, especially in this scene here. And I truly think she did give a great performance, and I hope she rides it all the way to the Oscars.
Go ahead.
I like personally didn't vote for her, but I think like something you have to truly remember is like all of us have been so used to Sacha Baron Cohen's like comedy and how great he is and like what a talent he is, and I can't imagine acting against him.
Mm-hmm.
And she not only like keeps up with him, but in some scenes outshines him. And I think that's really impressive and shows why she's so deserving of all of the critics' love and everything she's getting. And I truly like that supporting actress has become the Oscars' way of acknowledging comedy. It's very bizarre, but it's something.
Mhm.
And I really think the whole like hidden camera thing kind of adds to her performance because I couldn't do that. I wouldn't be that funny all
Yeah,
Absolutely.
no,
I know
I
you guys are shocked. You guys are like, Kinsey's not funny all the time, but like I'm not.
Hey, I just want to talk about how we're 45 minutes into this episode and the crown hasn't been brought up. So I'm just like baffled by that.
She's waiting.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, wait. I was watching The Dig today and they brought
Oh,
up the
Lord.
crown and I was like, it wasn't. Oh my gosh, 2 Brits.
I don't watch the Crown. I was about to say, yeah, we joined about 10 minutes ago, and you guys didn't
Wait.
mention
I
it.
didn't I'm so sorry. Do you guys
I'm
like
pretty
the
sure
crown?
that's a good
I don't
thing.
watch it
You know,
now.
like 2 British people.
She's like, how are you?
Speaking of the crown,
I didn't do that because that's like I just associate the crown as like an American thing and not like a British
Of course.
like,
Did
I
you
should
watch
have-
the Sam, did you watch The Crown?
I have not watched The Crown.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, first off, it's a great show. Like, I'm assuming you guys probably don't care about it, but it's great.
Here's my-
But I could have worn
I
my
do follow
princess.
you on Twitter. I've noticed that you like The Crown.
I love it. I could have worn my Princess Diana sweatshirt. I got it for myself for my birthday.
Oh, Lord.
It's shipped from Russia.
There is
Of
so
course.
much tacky Princess Diana merchandise you can buy. There's
Didn't
every
even come from the
character
motherland.
has a commemorative Princess Diana plate. So you'd love to like take a
Oh
fruit
my
shop
God.
around the UK.
I love that. Yeah, like I went when I was like 17, but my parents didn't really let me get too far away from them. So I couldn't
I wonder why. They didn't want Taken to happen. You know what I mean?
listen.
Okay,
You know, I should find it, but I have the Princess Diana Beanie Baby in 3 sizes.
wow.
How much?
There's
They're probably
3
worth
different
like $3
sizes.
billion. Just sell
Yeah, I
them.
put one on eBay and it
How much you
didn't
get
get
for
any,
it?
okay, I didn't get any hits, but there is another person who sold it 2 weeks ago for $7,000.
God.
Bloody hell.
Who bought a Beanie Baby for $7,000? By the way, I just want to say I didn't bring up the crown. It wasn't me. I didn't get on a Beanie
That
Baby.
is very true.
They're
I'm still
by
holding
myself.
you.
I didn't do it. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Yeah.
I let 2 British people come on the show, and I wasn't like the crown.
I figured whenever their accent started, it was just going to be like lights out. The rest of the show would be.
I just assume the crown is like an American thing, and British people don't care about it.
You've got the
I
full
feel
one.
That's probably right. That's probably right.
It sounds very accurate, actually.
Or, like Americans, when they watch something like Trial of Chicago 7, we're like, that happened here. Fuck that.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
here,
that's what
learn
I did.
something that isn't your own. If you don't learn about your own American history, at least learn about some other country's history.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really think the crown is history, but
Well, yeah.
All right. Moving along past the crown
Historical
conversation.
that
All right. I did
start.
forget. I did forget another award. We did have to hand out some hardware for the best score.
The
Yeah,
national.
I probably
Wait.
should have done. I probably should have done one of these. Like I should have listed the nominees and then announced the winner type of thing. But I didn't do that, so it is what it is. I'll do that for the rest of the categories. Nominated for the Nashville Noise for best score were Soul, Tenet, Mank, Minari, and the Defy Bloods. All right. And the winner. It came down to 1 vote between these two. 1 vote.
What?
1 vote. Drum roll, please. Christian, where's the drum roll at? Don't you have a drum roll?
I can do. Wait,
He doesn't have the soundboard ready.
Actually, okay. I have the sound. I actually got rid of the drum roll. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Not this.
Wow.
One thing you probably needed the most.
Yeah.
Exactly. Christian is fired.
Just do the cheering again. Okay, good.
Soul!
Oh, we got Soul in the house. Let's go.
That was not the score of Soul.
Oh,
yeah,
man. Agus
congratulations.
Frost and Trent Reznor's score for Soul wasn't my pick. Won by 1 vote over Tenet.
You're welcome.
Ooh. What did I vote for?
It was between those two, I think, for most people, I guess.
Well, it's considering out of all of the votes, only 2 other things got like literally 1 vote. Minari got 1 vote. Defy Bloods got 1 vote. Everything else went to Soul and Tenet. Everything.
I voted for Soul. Wow, go me.
Oh,
Go me.
I was like, I listen to the Tenet score every day, and I didn't vote.
And then wait a minute. You're the reason why Tenet lost, basically.
I just kind of
well, she had to go Trent and Atticus. She had to go for the nails.
Growing
But
up,
Tenet's score works backwards and forwards.
Wait, can we talk
And
about how
side
much,
to
Double the
side.
score.
can we talk about how much I laugh when I see like behind the scenes things, and it's like they learn to walk backwards. I'm like, what?
Okay.
Shocking.
That makes it sound so interesting.
But I will accept this award on behalf of Trent and Atticus because Nine Inch Nails was my favorite band growing up, like ever. I was obsessed. And if you would have told me, like in 5th grade, that they were going to score a Disney movie, I'd be like, go fuck yourself.
Also,
But here we are.
I was
And
gonna
it's
say also.
amazing. And it might be disqualified because fuck the Oscars.
I was gonna say also, it's the only score where the band actually gets a shout out within the movie. So
Yeah. We love
That's
to
pretty
see it.
nice.
So we're just.
But if they
okay.
disqualify it, like I mean, I will lose
I'm
it.
out of the,
They
why
need
would
to
they
fix that.
qualified?
Heads are gonna roll.
It's the same thing as Ad Astra from last year, where so it's Trent and Atticus, and then there's a third guy. And basically, if they're not all credited in all the songs, that they can get disqualified. It's so
Really?
dumb.
I didn't
Yeah,
know.
that is
there's
very
also another thing where it's like I'm pretty sure, well, in the same vein, it's like supposed to be one group together. So like I'm pretty sure if they all got together and did it,
It would be fine, but they didn't.
yeah.
GQ, my thoughts on Tenet. It's amazing. I loved it. Speaking of Tenet,
It was
if you
fine.
want to win a copy of the film, go on over to Twitter, follow Kenzie Vanunu on Twitter, reply with your favorite Robert Pattinson film, and she's going to select the winner. 1 week to enter if you're listening right now. Anybody on the panel, this is for cannot win the award.
The award.
Or the whatever. The
Tenet award.
giveaway. The Tenet award.
It's an award. Seeing Tenet is an award.
An award,
it's
exactly.
personal
You can
achievement.
watch it forwards and backwards.
You get 2
What if you
awards.
could watch it backwards and it made sense?
I would watch it
One of the
backwards.
discs is backwards.
I wanted to say, oh, I guess I've got Langford's Corner. I'll do that after I do the list. Never mind.
Kenzie, you need to sign it and put like best whatever on it.
No, I'm gonna timestamp all of the protagonial moments.
Okay, even better.
Neil.
Duh.
I'm just gonna recode the disc for you.
It's gonna be like a PowerPoint presentation of all the fans.
That's like a little USB.
The in-disc like chapter selection is just your timestamps.
Yeah.
Instead of the Snyder cut, it's the Kenzie cut. I mean, come on.
Mackenzie cut.
I do that with every movie. What are you talking about?
That's also very true.
Vanunu-
Coming soon, the Judas and the Black Messiah Kenzie cut. I mean,
It's just Daniel Kaluuya and Jesse Plemons only. I'm just kidding. I haven't seen it. I'm seeing it tomorrow. Please don't yell at me.
I want to see it so bad.
Yeah, join us. Oh wait, you can't. All right. So moving on to Best Supporting Actor. This was the tightest race with 3 people involved as well. The supporting actor and actresses categories were very, very came down to the wire. Anybody have any guesses on who came in last place?
Last
The
place?
nominees were Paul Raci, Leslie Odom
Jesse
Jr.,
Plemons.
Sashi Baron-Cohen, Mark Rylance, and Bill Murray.
I'm
Bill
guessing
Murray.
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray got exactly 0 votes. Mark Rylance got 1 vote. Paul
Come on,
Raci,
How about you, Sam?
Paul Raci got 3 votes.
That's disappointing.
And the winner for Best Supporting Actor, Christian, give us some noise.
Noise.
I thought you were saying Christian won.
We need a drum roll so badly for this.
Christian Bale.
I
The
would give
Christian Bale for his role in
existing.
Leslie Odom Jr. is our winner. Everybody.
Oh, I love that.
for his performance in One Night in Miami. Fantastic role. And you know what, Mr. Fox, we're going to let you accept on behalf of Leslie Odom Jr. just because I haven't heard you talk in a little bit.
What if it's not even Matthew Fox? What if it's just like a video?
It just starts the loop, started over.
He's like, hold on, I have a speech prepared.
All right, Fox.
You know, this was the first movie I saw in 2021. I saw it on New Year's Day.
Nice.
I thought it was incredible. Leslie Odom Jr. did such a fantastic job. Has a lot of tough scenes, has a lot of great impassioned speeches, and his song at the end was incredible. So well deserved. I'm very glad he won. If you have not seen this movie, you can jump onto Amazon Prime once we're done with this. And it is well worth your time checking out 4 really good performances. Leslie Odom Jr. was great. And if you don't get enough of him, Hamilton is still on Disney+.
Yes.
Best film of 2020.
Shut up, Christian.
I
Not a
also
film.
think this movie like gives such great performances because it's an actor directing the movie. I think that has a lot to do with like not just like their talent, but just like this, like you can tell like an actor was behind the scenes like working with them.
Mike, this moment right here, like the chain gang moment, was just, it was breathtaking, right? It's one of the best scenes of last year. Like his voice, I just want a Leslie Odom as Sam Cooke film now. Like I need that injected into my veins.
Oh, like would we like a Rat Pack movie, guys?
Yes.
Hmm?
Please.
I think they made a lot of movies back.
But a new Rat Pack movie, like about the Rat Pack.
Yes, I'd be down for it.
And
All right.
remaking.
We got 2 awards left, right? Two.
No, we have 3. One of them is Who Won 2020.
What?
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a new one. You gotta pick your answer now. Peer pressure.
Okay. All right.
It was Leslie Odom Jr. Come on.
It was coronavirus.
No.
It was 2-0.
Okay,
it's
that
not
was
the
so
most
dark that
popular
Lake
winner,
Sports
but-
Corner is canceled.
Oh shit. All right. So we have 2 awards left: Best Director and Best Picture. And the winner for Best Director. Hold on, let me get my the nominees: David Fincher, Christopher Nolan, Florian Zeller, Spike Lee, and Emerald Fennell. All right. So Christopher Nolan led the way with only 1 vote in last place.
It's so weird to be voting against David
Right.
Fincher. I just want to say, like, my whole life has been about David Fincher, and here I am being like, I hope he lost.
Make a better movie. That's all.
Yeah.
Facts.
He could have done 2
Make a
things.
better movie. I'm sorry. I didn't feel like a David Fincher movie.
If he had cared about the aspect ratio of the time period and replicating the Hays Code, even though that'd be a little touchy, I think that would have been the 100% he needed to make that really, really work.
It still sucked. I saw it in theaters and it was terrible. All right, coming in tied
Am I
first.
the only person who likes
No.
No, I like Mank.
I love it.
Like,
I've given it a positive score. Just
I
to
voted
technical
David Fincher.
appreciation.
Yeah, same.
I love having friends. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Fincher Friends. It's a new podcast, guys.
Fincher friends. The listenership just dived last year.
If I heard the story that a lesser-known director made a script by their father about film history and did all this stuff to make it work, I think we'd all be flipping our lids. But
Yep.
because it's David Fincher, we're like, he can do better. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
It's just a fact. All right. So David Fincher and Florian Zeller both got 2 votes. It came down to a very tight race
Me and
between Spike Lee and Emerald Fennell. And our winner. Oh, that's not.
it's Ricky Valera.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
That was the brains behind the movie the whole time.
Yeah, baby. For directing this show the entire year. Dealing with Eric Langford all year long.
Directing Eric Langford's Corner.
And our winner.
Yay!
She won by 1 vote over 1 Spike Lee. and accepting on behalf of Emerald Fennell's Kenzie Bennett.
Okay. As
Kenzie, it's your
someone-
time to shine. I just want you to know.
Wait, oh my god. Okay, I can tie the crown in. We're all good. Okay. So, won 2020, Emerald Fennell, while she was portraying Camilla Parker
Didn't
Bowles.
2 minutes ago she just give the 2020 to Leslie Odom Jr.?
I'm changing my mind. She was playing Camilla Parker Bowles, arch nemesis of everyone alive because we love Princess Diana. She also directed this gem of a movie. I cannot believe this is a directorial debut from someone. It's mind-blowing. She just had such control over everything in the film, whether it be the production design or the costumes and just the overall performances that were delivered. You can also tell was done by an actor. I just think this movie in the hands of someone else would not have worked. And the changes she made to the script and just everything she did is incredible. And I can't wait to see what she does next. And I hope it's not more Killing Eve. And I love it. No offense to Killing Eve. And women.
Yeah, all of that. I love it all. That's yeah. I mean, this is the one I voted for. Out of the 5 candidates, I felt like she was the one that was really deserving. I love Florian Zeller, but I mean, The Father is one of the best films of last year, period. And like half of you haven't seen it.
That I would pay $20 to see, but they're like, no.
It comes out in like 2 weeks or something like that. So. The Father, but Emerald Fennell's direction is phenomenal. Every time I've watched that movie, I've watched it 5 times now. Every time I've watched it, it's gotten better, and I noticed different things about Promising Young Woman that gets better and better. So, and that's the sign of a great film, right? You know what I mean? Something that you notice and take away from every time you watch it. So, yeah, pretty happy.
Sam and Jordan haven't seen it.
I may have not seen it. Definitely not.
Jordan has seen it. Everybody.
No, he hasn't seen it.
I've not seen it. It's out in the UK. I've not seen it.
If people are listening, you haven't seen it.
I just want to say that, like, you guys got same mod and we didn't. So, like, maybe there's.
I feel like that's a fair trade, right? No.
I've maybe tweeted about some more twice. We gave it a positive review. My Twitter feed has just been Promising Young Women for about 2 months. So if this isn't the best film ever, I'll feel very let down.
Can I just say, while on top of this film as well? I mean, I know this isn't one of the Whiskey Awards that we're doing, but in terms of ensembles, can I just say that would have been the hardest thing to choose from this past year. We got One Night in Miami, we got Promising Young Woman, we got Mank, we got Minari, we got like so many Ma Rainey, we got so many good ensemble films last year. It was so hard to pick an ensemble.
Also, that's a great segue to peg off of Jordan to be like, can we get a casting Oscar?
That's true.
Like, would all these films have worked so well without casting?
Yeah.
Well, probably not.
We need one. And that would be a great way to get all these people on stage. Like, ratings, you're welcome, Oscars. Call me.
Isn't that what Best Pick? No, I'm just kidding.
No.
I mean, everybody goes on stage for Best Picture.
Nobody knows what they're talking about.
All right. Anybody else have any thoughts on Emerald Fennell's win for Best Director?
I hope she gets nominated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I do.
Probably not
going to
happen. So.
The one thing I've been saying a lot about this movie is, and it's really attests to her direction, is like Ricky said, there's always something new you can pick from it. And I truly think this is a movie to where, like, if I was still in film school, we would be like studying this movie and studying like the different ways she uses, contrasting colors and the framing and kind of the setup and just everything about her direction is just incredible.
And the soundtrack.
Yes. And her choices on the soundtrack.
Yeah, I agree 100%. All right. Now it's time. Christian, give us a drum roll.
I have a rim shot. I'm still working around a lot of.
Just keep tapping it. So it'll go.
I'm still adding new,
Okay.
sound effects.
Maybe by next year.
It'll be next week. No.
Right when we're redoing this, because Kenzie said we would. Because
after we watch Black Messiah, and when I can finally watch Saint Maud.
When can we watch Saint Maud?
It's out in pretty soon, isn't it, I think?
Isn't it next week or this week? Or
Yeah, it's pretty soon for you guys. Just,
all right.
Yeah, it's in theaters right now. Or you can be like me and sign up for a free Epix subscription to watch it.
He is a walking advertiser right now.
All right, so
I want people to see movies.
So before we dive into Best Picture, we're going to transition into our favorite segment every week on this show. Mr. Eric Langford, the floor is 1,000% yours, my friend.
So the list of what...
Hold on, it's not yours just yet. Hold on one second, please.
Wow.
Hold on. Now the floor is yours.
Oh.
The list of what people should do today after you are done listening to our pick for Best Picture. Your laundry. Wash and dry. Use dryer sheets and fabric softener. You guys, you don't want to be uncomfortable. You don't want to have this sort of smell to your clothes that it gets when it sits wet in the washer for a while. Stay on top of it, okay? And if you need to do something to stay on top of it, you can watch The Peanut Butter Falcon on Hulu, Rent-A-Pal on Hulu. You can show The Crown to an Englishman or any European. You can watch Fantasy Island if you become drunk enough by the end of the night. And you will likely want to listen to the Soul soundtrack over whatever movie you're watching, just so that you can tell whether or not it syncs up. This will also work better if drunk. And then you'll want to, this weekend, finally watch Promising Young Woman. And I believe, other than watching Hamilton back-to-back with One Night in Miami, that's it.
That's the clip.
Well done.
That was awesome.
I changed my vote for Best Actor.
That was awesome.
All right.
The whole time we were doing this, he's just plotting in his little head. He's like, written up. And I'm going to show everyone at the end.
Would you like anything? Did you like to add anything else? You said you wanted to add something else to the corner here before we.
I was going to talk about how Tenet gave me an existential crisis over like my brain and how fast it works and being creative, but I love the movie. So I called a very long time ago, halfway through this year. If you follow me on Rizzle, I claimed that the movie at some point during the center would start to run backwards, but that things that had been running backwards were moving forwards. I called that. It didn't quite work the way I thought it would, though, so I only half called it. So I'm giving myself half a thumbs up.
I give you a full thumbs up because in some scenes that does happen.
Yeah, please make me small again.
Yeah.
What?
I'm too big. Make me small again.
He's like, I can see my pores. Please stop.
There we go.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. It's time.
Oh, you had that lined up.
I'm going to talk about how Hamilton is a film for the
No,
next.
get him off. Get him off. Get him off. Get him off. Stop.
Muted his mic.
Stop. Okay. Get him off.
Wait, Jacob, if you stay there, you can convince us all that Palm Springs is good.
No, I'm thinking of anything. Use your time, or I'm thinking of anything.
I don't have 7 hours to listen to him talk about. I'm thinking of ending things.
7 hours is for Palm Springs. 24.
No, I can't talk about I'm thinking of ending things with not being in my car. I have to get in my car.
Right.
I have to get into
Gotta be a nice snowy day.
Why?
That was such a solid joke.
That was not.
literally.
That was such a good joke. I didn't know you had that in you. Jordan and Sam are never coming back. They're like, I don't like.
We're leaving the network
It's
completely.
like,
We're gonna leave like what network?
it's like these people are fucking crazy.
Jordan, any thoughts on the events that have transpired tonight? Do
I
you want to
don't
turn in your
I don't
resignation right now?
I don't like the slander that's been given off. I'm thinking of ending things. That's what I'm going to say.
Ooh,
Yes.
the club is so big.
This is why I recruit people, so I know what they like.
I'm gonna only recruit mother fans.
All right, so now we're gonna go back.
Two people.
Matthew Fox, give us your thoughts on I'm thinking of ending things, please.
Oh God.
I was more moved by, Eric was so impassioned about his laundry speech that I feel like he suffered from some of those laundry ills and pitfalls that he warned people about. Maybe soggy clothes
or
clothes with a lot of static cling.
For Best Actor.
Static
And all of that would be more interesting than having to spend any more time thinking about I'm thinking of ending things.
I'm dead.
That was
Thank you.
I'd rather watch Eric do laundry live.
Exactly.
They do laundry and I'm
Ouch.
thinking of ending things.
All right. Folks, before we go here, we're going to give out the winner for Best Picture.
It's Mother.
It is not that.
Suspiria?
Definitely not that. Nomadland poorly came in last place. It got approximately 0 votes.
That might be just from nobody seeing it, I want to say.
I mean, possibly.
I
I
think
guess,
it's-
but everybody here
I
except for
saw
the
it.
English guys have seen it, right?
I saw it after I
both
came
of the
home.
English guys.
Hang
Yeah.
on, I want to say something here. I've definitely not seen Nomadland, but I may have voted for Nomadland.
that is not it on this ballot.
But he said no
I
one voted
love
for
that.
it, so
That was the
I guess that's one
line.
vote.
Can you make that the preview of this episode?
I may not. I know, right? Yeah, write that down.
That was
One
so
minute.
great.
Yeah,
One
maybe,
minute.
I don't know if the vote's been lost or something, but I definitely voted for Nomadland.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, there has
He's a
been
criminal.
voting tampering.
Voting fraud. Oh God, here we go.
Voting fraud was.
Hang on. Is everyone who voted
Stop
here,
the
or the more
count.
people who aren't here?
There's more people.
There's more.
Oh,
votes.
okay.
We do. Hey, we have more voters than the Hawaii Critics Association. So
Hey, there
Really?
we go.
they have like
Guys,
8.
no, every day I joke that I'm going to quit my job and move to Hawaii and like live out Kate Bosworth and Blue Crush where she just works in a hotel.
Okay.
So I can join the Hawaiian Critics Association when I do that.
Sweet. All right. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom got a vote. A vote. Sound of Metal got a vote. And the battle became between Promising Young Woman and Soul. That was a
Soul?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was a intense battle, which we saw. Surprisingly, I was very surprised how close this was. I'm just kidding. It wasn't really close at all.
Yeah.
The winner was Promising Young Woman.
If you know,
Um,
Ricky, you knew he was lying.
Yeah. Well, Soul did get the second most votes with 2 votes. So
Yeah,
there's that.
exactly.
I
Exactly.
I wasn't lying about
Wow.
that. So, Promising Young Woman cleans up. It actually wins the most awards. It had 3 wins, and not much of a surprise, as you've heard throughout the show. Everybody on the show, except for the English guys, I'm gonna start calling them that the English guys, voted for the film because they haven't seen it.
Because
But-
it's not now showing.
Let's stop pretending that Jordan hasn't seen it. We've all Jordan's seen it. It's just me.
It's
Oh.
just Sam.
Half
Jordan's
the English
seen it.
guys have seen. So, wait a minute, Sam, you're the only one that hasn't seen it, right?
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so you're going to accept the award on the behalf of Promising Young Woman.
I'm pleased that I'm very honoured to give the award to Promising Young Woman. Truly one of the greatest films of the last 12 months at least. Just want to say some absolutely excellent performances out of Carey Mulligan and whoever else is in it. The lass that does Killing Eve directing, really good. She's absolutely nailed the role of Gwyneth Pucker Bowles there, and just I thought great choice of soundtrack throughout, and yeah, easily top 100 films of the last couple of years. Yeah,
Top 100 films.
now that's your intro clip.
Baby, I'm proud to
If
announce
you-
Baby Teeth as the best film of 2020. I'm happy to everyone that voted for Baby Teeth. Truly an
I
excellent
love
film.
Baby T.
I love Baby Teeth.
It's my
All right.
number 1 film on Letterboxd.
Perfect. All right. So,
Love it.
all right. Well, let's do this real quick. I'm going to give everybody the floor. Talk about their favorite film of the year. Sam, so I want you to give the favorite film and where we can find you on Twitter before I kick you out of here.
Julie, my favorite film, you can find me on Twitter at SamHMedia or the podcast at Now Showing Pod. And my favorite film of the year was Baby Teeth.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Sam, for
Thanks
coming
for
on
having
the
us.
show.
Thank you,
We
everyone.
greatly appreciate it. I know it's early in the morning over there, so thank you so much.
Yeah, it was
Jordan,
alright.
we'll let you go next, brother. Favorite film of the year?
Oh, are we going US or UK release date? That changes
I-
things.
Whatever,
That's a
whatever the
valid
hell you
question.
want to do.
I mean, technically, Parasite was a
Don't get in
2020
trouble.
release for us.
Hold on. What was?
Technically, Parasite was a 2020 release for
Oh.
us. So that would be
Oh,
it if we're
shit.
going to have UK. If we're going to have UK release dates, it's Parasite. If we're going to have the current award season, for sort of the big awards like the Oscars and stuff, I would probably give it to. Ooh, it's a tough one. I think it personally, I think it's between Tenet and Nomadland.
I like it.
Ooh.
Where can we find you on Twitter, Mr. Joy?
By Jordan Luke. It's just the same name that's down there.
Okay. They just say it. Some people might not see it.
Yeah,
You know.
but yeah, by Jordan Luke.
Perfect. All right. Next up, Christian.
So
let me prefix before you say anything. If you say Hamilton, you get kicked from the show.
I will.
Okay?
I'm not, I promise. My favorite film of 2020 is actually The Father. I just
Oh.
it was amazing.
Christian has taste, ladies and gentlemen. Christian actually has some sort of
Wait. Christian
No.
has really good taste when he sees movies.
That is true because I haven't seen Rent a Pal. I haven't seen what was the other one?
Prisoners.
Prisoners, Fantasy Islands.
Yes, Eric Langford. Christian's never seen Prisoners.
He looked like someone just died.
Right. We need to see
know what's going
Langford's
next.
reaction to him. He's emotionally
The
distant.
reaction cam.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
Christian, where can we find you on the Twitter?
You can find me at Music City Nerd. You can also follow our podcast, Film Optics. That is Optics with.
Hold on.
an X.
Wait a minute. I said you could plug one thing. Like, why do you got to plug 50? No, I'm just kidding. Yes. Please make sure to check out the Film Optics podcast as well.
Who's next?
I'm just doing it on purpose.
Me?
I just want the awkward silence. So just...
I can feel that.
All right. Before I get kicked off for copyright. All right.
The
Now,
MCA striking down.
Mr. Langford,
Yes, sir.
where can we find you on Twitter? Talk
You
about
can-
your podcast and then your best film of 2020.
You can find me at High Contrast FLM on Twitter. You can also follow the This Film Not Rated podcast on the Music City Drive-In Network, where we try and talk about movies without saying whether they're good or bad and fail a lot.
Bad or mad?
Bad, sorry. Good or bad. And
I'm gonna start rating my films good, bad, or mad. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like if I watch I'm thinking of ending things, I was mad because it was bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, look what I just did there.
And,
All right, keep going.
the favorite film I have that I saw and was released in the year 2020 was The Sound of Metal. The Sound of Metal.
Fantastic.
Yay!
Fantastic. All right, next up, Mr. Fox. Best film of the year. Where can we find you? And anything else you want to talk about?
He's
Well,
like, do yourself a solid and make sure you copy my Valentine's Day gift.
Wait, what?
Where can we find you on Twitter, Mr. Fox?
I'm at Nighthawk7734. My number one film of the year, which I wrote about a couple weeks ago, was Promising Young Woman, but I really love Nomadland as well.
I like it. Would you like to add anything else?
While he's up there, can I add something for him?
Yeah.
I guess.
On his recommendation, watch Up in the Air.
Oh my god. Yeah.
There is a connection that I'd like him to one day to go more into between that film and Nomadland that is worth exploring. Just in case you had anything to say on that and how you felt about Nomadland, you changed me, and it's I think it real hard at this day and age to have someone feel settled on a position and waver. So props while you're all big. I wanted you to
Yeah, for me, you know, I loved Up in the Air, which took place in roughly 2008, 2009, when the housing bubble burst and people were starting to get laid off en masse from corporate jobs. If you haven't seen Nomadland, it takes place in 2012 and follows some of the people who were kind of in that later stages of their working life who were essentially laid off and ended up having to reinvent themselves and find a new way to live. I just thought they were kind of natural. To me, it felt like natural successors, both tonally and time-wise, jumping along to see what might have happened to those people. Both films use real people who are in those situations, giving real-life interviews, and I found that very compelling as well. And if you want to hear some sad football talk, a breakdown of Matthew Stafford's trade, we will be on the air again tomorrow with my friends, with at least me and Matt Broning. I don't know if Dennis will be with us tomorrow or just on Thursday.
Perfect.
We've finally got a quarterback, baby. No more Jared Goff letting us down.
Kenzie!
Now we can let down the city of Detroit.
So I co-host another podcast with Ricky, the OC podcast. So if you like the OC, please check us out. I also co-host a Robert Pattinson themed podcast called the Robert Podcastin that I can't even say. So also check that out. We have a really cool Tenet episode, so please check it out. My favorite movie of 2020 was Promising Young Woman, but I just want to shout out some movies we didn't talk about. Possessor from Brandon Cronenberg is one of my favorite. It's literally my number 2 movie of the year. It's such a great movie and just it really fucked me up. Mank, First Cow, Swallow, which Haley Bennett should be in the Best Actress conversation. I love fellow Swallow fans. David Byrne, I love it. Don't read into that. I really loved Small Axe, which we didn't talk about because people are debating if that's a movie. Stop laughing at Swallow. It's really good. And Emma and Another Round because Mads Mikkelsen should be in the Best Actor conversation, and I hate that he's not. Anyway, follow me at
waiting. Oh, go ahead.
What?
Everybody was waiting for you to talk about The Crown. I was waiting for you to shout out Mads Mikkelsen and make it a huge. Yeah.
Listen, I tag him in every selfie I post because I'm desperate. I just want him to pay attention to me so badly. But maybe my next podcast is Mad for Mads Mikkelsen. But yeah, follow me.
Are you just questing to be the first person to get blocked on Twitter and get a restraining order in the same day?
I bet that's already happened. I bet that's happened. I'm gonna find out. Anyway, don't watch The Photograph. Follow me at Kinsvanunu if you can understand me. Anyway.
All right. Time to listen to I'm Thinking of Ending Things conversation for at least 30 seconds.
So you can find me on Twitter at tberry57. I'm doing a lot of Sundance stuff right now. And my 4th favorite movie of the year, because I won't talk about my top 3 because a lot of people will have concerns, was The Trial of Chicago 7.
I'm thinking of ending things.
That was 1. Soul was 2.
I was saying I'm thinking of ending things.
What was the top 3?
I'm Thinking of Ending Things was 1. Soul was 2, and Palm Springs was 3.
That's a great top 3.
Thank you. God, I knew it. This is why I knew.
Hey, y'all guys want a new co-host of your podcast?
Please.
All right, folks, do us a favor. Head over to themusiccitydrivein.com to check out all of the
2020?
I mean, it's The Father. It's no really surprise. The Father is the best movie of last year. Anthony Hopkins gives one of the best performances I've ever seen in my entire life. Other films that I think you should check out: 9 Days. Oh wait, sorry. That's coming out later this year. I really want you guys to watch that because it's fantastic. Winston Duke's amazing in it. But other films to check out: Let 'Em Go. I thought that was fantastic. Leslie Manville should be nominated for an Oscar for her role in that film. I don't care what anybody says. She's insane. Synchronic's another one that I really liked. You Cannot Kill David Arquette's fantastic. Minari, Sound of Metal. Hillbilly Elegy. You should check that one out. And The Way Back. Yes.
Hashtag Dunkin' Donuts, please sponsor us.
Exactly. Please.
Why Dunkin' Donuts?
We talk about them often on Twitter, on text messaging. But yes, so do us a favor, head on over, give everybody that was on the show tonight a follow. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been a wild year. It's still cool to have a lot of great films to talk about and award. Thank you, Amy Rutledge, for sending that video over to us.
Thank you.
We really do appreciate that as well. Head on over to the Music City Drive-In to check out all of our latest articles and stuff. Make sure to check out the Now Showing podcast, the Film Optics podcast, Fantasy Football, Film Not Rated, the OC, and all the rest of the shows on the Drive-In Podcast Network. And we'll see you guys later.
And make sure you go comment your favorite Robert Pattinson movie to Kinsey.
If anybody got to the
And
1
make
minute-
sure you do your laundry. Watch Peanut Butter Falcon.
if anybody got to the hour and 24-minute mark of this podcast later on, you are
Love
probably deserving of winning the prize. So, what is everybody's favorite Robert
Pattinson.
Yep, that guy. Everybody's favorite Robert Pattinson's movie, and go. Jordan, real quick before you go.
Performance or film overall?
It doesn't matter. Just pick one.
Tenet.
Christian, I've never
Good
seen any
time.
Robert Pattinson movies.
He's a good time.
It's a good time. And soon to be the Batman.
Matt's is probably gonna be Remember Me.
Matt Fox, favorite Robert Pattinson movie.
I reject the premise of the question.
Wait, you could do Harry Potter. You could say
Sam.
Goblet of Fire.
Sam?
Hold on, there's hang on.
Sam's
there's
favorite-
I've got a poster there. It's and it's The Lighthouse.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh
That's second for me.
I regret this dumbass question.
my god!
The Lighthouse is trash.
It's not. It's not.
Yeah, well, I
It's
regret.
not. It's not.
Langford, your favorite Robert. I can't even say his name.
Robert Pattinson.
I get confused because you said you tried to say your podcast name again, and I always for some reason.
Robert Podcastin.
Yeah.
Podcasting.
Podcastin.
Let's hear it.
It's The Lighthouse.
Wow.
All right. Well, this show is fun. His best
Very
performance ever is
tasty.
in Good Time. It's not even remotely close. Jacob, would you like to chime in?
It's Good Time, but I'll say Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire just
Oh,
to
yeah.
just to spice it up a little bit.
Kenzie?
I mean, it's actually The Lighthouse, but just to spice things up. And speaking of Rami Malek this weekend,
What's everyone doing this?
I'm gonna go.
Did Emerald Lagasse join the show? Let's kick it up a notch, guys.
Damn.
Bam.
Okay, my answer is hilarious. Please pause. Because of Rami Malek this weekend being all over Twitter because of that terrible movie he's on. Breaking Dawn Part 2. You're welcome.
I knew she was gonna go that route.
I mean, it's The Lighthouse in reality.